close to my chest, boom, I can shoot in. You can come this way with it, you can come this way with it, doesn't really matter. This side, give a stab, this side, block, and stab back. We're not going for speed and power here, we're going for technique first, and then we'll build it up. I'm going to stab you. What you want to avoid is this. Here's what you don't want to happen. If he stabs me and I block, I don't want to sit and then come at him, because then he's going to be reset the block. He stabs, I block, I want to come from wherever I'm at. Be it here, or if I'm blocking high, here. Bring your stab from wherever that block ended up, just drop it into the stab. Don't reset and telegraph your move. So practice that. Good. There you go. All right, switch. Oh yeah, that's block.
No, I block. Oh yeah.
Who has any observations? Who knows anything about their technique there? Slow? No,
these two teams are on the same team.
And when I choose to remember it, it's so much better.
Oh yeah.
Plus you can do, you can do the rappy type shots onto people, angles people don't expect you to be able to do.
As soon as you get away from that, start moving the front of your pole, you're giving up your technique. Stronger block. You can get a decent block out of this. I mean, especially if he's not paying attention. Or if he's got a weak front trip, that's what's going to happen with a good solid one of these blocks. Pow! Because watch what happens there. See where his grip is? If he, especially if he's going like this, his thumb and fingers are closed on this side. So if I make a strike up into that,
Or if I'm throwing a shot at you like
yeah,
this,
I'm going to send it to his neighbor.
which means I'm tying this dude up here, making holes in the line.
What I don't want to do is block like this. There's no reason to block over there. My block goes that far. The further out of your square that you block, the longer your recovery time is going to be. The more time he has to get his pole back and do you in. Okay, everybody square up on your opponent again. Let's look at some footwork. Lock your pole in, don't let me move. You just stab the crap out of me and you're planning on pushing me down. Don't let me move. Okay, now point your front foot at me. Don't let me move. Feel the difference? Everybody knows that? When you're square up on somebody with your front foot pointed at them, that lines up your leg, that lines up your hips, that lines up your spine, which lines up your shoulders, which gives you a strong base platform. If you turn your foot on your opponent, that turns your thigh bone, which unlocks your hip, which doesn't give your spine any support anymore, which means your shoulders are by the lonesome. And you don't have the strength of your skeleton behind your shot. So, that's where you see a lot of guys that line up on the guy and they get knocked down by a shield rush. That should never ever happen with a pole. Unless he outweighs you by 3 times where he can just, blast you. The friction of your feet can't hold the grass. As long as that holds, you should be able to handle any kind of weight pushing in on your pole. But that only happens when you are lined up with your front leg facing your opponent. Another thing that does, if I'm lunging at him with my pole, with my knee or my foot pointed at him, my body weight's forward. If I've got this foot turned, when I lunge forward, my body weight is following my knee. I'm offline. So my shot, if it hits him, I might get a little hit there, but I'm not going to be able to control his movement because I don't have any weight behind it. I've got my weight shooting off that direction. So lining your front foot up and getting that behind your stab or that behind your block gives you the power of your body weight and the body in your skeleton to control his movement. So So the thing we just did, where you stab, block, and re-stab, this side's going to stab, this side's going to block and counter stab. Do that and focus your attention, which, don't get me wrong, this is probably going to make your hand look crappy for a second until you get used to it. Focus your attention on your feet at first. Think about what your feet are doing. Think about gliding toward your opponent over your knees as opposed to leaning forward or having to step or whatever. It's just a boop. This motion right here, this glidey knee forward motion with your knee, foot point at your opponent. Okay, this side step first, this side block and counter. Ready, go. Good.
Counter.
Watch your foot. There you go. Guide straight in with your back. Boom. Good. Good. No, it's not. You don't want this one. There you go. Straight at it. Put that hand over you so you don't wear yourself out as quick. Yeah. So, we'll cover that in just a minute. It happens. There's a difference. A little bit. More push and stab. One thing that's going to clean up for you is when you're square to your opponent, you have the option of going either direction. If you're this way, you can step aside here fairly easy, but going this way is rocking you over your heels. It takes away your mobility to your outside. You've got inside mobility. When you've got your foot pointed, you've got inside mobility. All you have to shift this leg, you've got outside mobility, and you're still square. So it doubles your footwork. Having this foot just turn 6 inches takes away about a third of your footwork ability because it plants you. You've got backwards and you've got inside. That's it. Everything to the outside is going to be off balance simply because you're rocking over your heel to make the motion. There's just straight up body mechanics. From here, my hips are square. That way when I go this way, I'm not taking my center of balance over my heels. So you're not going to be off balance as you try to make that motion. Your attacks and defense give you 2 options there. If I feel that? All right, get in this position right here. Point your foot to your opponent and just from here, rock the inside foot over just a little bit. Rock the front foot to the side just a little bit. Do a little 2-step. That's your footwork when you're angling on an opponent. Can you grab a shield for me? Here's where this comes in big time. Is when you're not fighting another pole, you're fighting a border. Because you've got a big something right in the middle of your way trying to get around it. Is there a sword there you grab too?